everyone. This is our first topic of the week for professional services. So today we're going to be talking about service productization. That's the holy grail. Everyone talks about it, of making products, very repeatable. And so, that involves creating tools and templates. It involves creating, standardized skills that are required, a pre-structured project plan on how the engagement is completed. The productization of services is something that's very fundamental to driving higher margins, allowing you to provide fixed price projects, to create and onboard new consultants with standardized methods. This has been something that's been a focus for many organizations. There is an opportunity now to embed generative AI to help with that productization, and that can, over and above what you've already done, or if you haven't done it, it can make key parts of the project very repeatable. One is around the customization of process or automation of process. So think about, outputs that need to be created, whether it's a summary of findings or an initial deliverable or some, key questions that need to be asked during interviews. If you can use your standard templates and also input client specific or industry specific or vertical specific prompts that make the process seem much more customized, it would be almost like having some vertical consulting expertise at your fingertips whenever you wanted to create, a customer output. It also helps with standardizing quality and delivery. So certain tasks can be standardized so that you can have faster delivery times. So that might take the shape of, a specific type of data analysis that you want to do. You want to look at certain data, and you can use generative AI in a standardized way to produce that output. I think personalization, is another opportunity in all aspects of a consulting engagement. So you can provide insights to the client that are super interesting. So imagine the consulting client kickoff deck, and you're working in an industry and you're able to research that industry extremely efficiently and, map, some of their needs or some of the project drivers and describe them in an industry specific way. Another area of opportunity is process optimization. So for internal processes, key workflows, et cetera. So, my firm has been utilizing a, proposal checklist, putting our proposals through generative AI and look for, potential improvements in the proposal based on, what a great proposal looks like. We've also been using, generative AI to make suggestions to statements of work. Those are all tasks in a process that happens to be in the front end of the engagement. It could also apply during the engagement that generative AI could help with. And then finally, scaling your expertise. So when you have access to these, resources that can, provide vertical expertise or customized deliverables or personalized deliverables or automate process, that can, provide expertise for the firm. And perhaps, the increased productivity will allow you to do more work with the same size consulting force, or tap into expertise that otherwise would be difficult to tap into. So that's the case for service productization. Here are some of the ways in which it can contribute. So the creation of content. So you create reports, you create presentations, you create deliverables, you create requirement document, you create training, you may create educational services. All that content can be creation that's required inside the consulting deliverable, can be assisted by generative AI. I've found quite a bit of luck with using generative AI for when you're in a consulting engagement that involves a transfer of knowledge, and you need to design, learning modules or, learning content or personal learning experiences, types of exercises, et cetera. Generative AI can help with that development. It also provides, feedback. So for example, if you're doing a series of interviews and you record the interviews and you have a transcript of the interviews, you can use that information and use generative AI to summarize and provide feedback on maybe what some of the client's issues. It allows you to be more responsive and service oriented during the engagement. And finally, it can help with better resource management. When you can drive greater productivity out of your consultants, then that automatically allows you to use your resources more efficiently. There was a large strategy consulting firm that did a pretty significant test on generative AI with their consultants, and they were able to find a 12% overall improvement in the productivity of their consultants that were using it. And also another key thing they found is that their less skilled consultants were able to dramatically improve their productivity by augmenting their activities and tasks with generative AI. So the case for generative AI in consulting and professional services is strong. I see it as a incremental capability to help further productize your services so you use less labor, it's more systematized, and it's more repeatable.